Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking all things trays. I'm going to be sharing some really fun tray DIYs as well as some styling tips for trays or some spring ideas for your trays at home. Huge thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you stick around so you can see all the fun projects. And if you haven't found me on Instagram, you can find me at Valerie Aguiar, where I share a lot of fun and behind the scenes there too. So jumping right into our first project, I found these really cute trays at Michael's. They come in all different sizes. So I got the 12 by 12 and it's just a very basic wood tray. They were also on sale for 50% off, so I believe it was right around $6. So for this project, I'll be using my Cricut Maker 3, and if you're not familiar with Cricut, it is a smart cutting machine that helps you create personalized projects with hundreds of materials. I'll be creating my design with Cricut Design Space that comes free with your machine, and once your design is ready, Design Space sends it directly to your machine to cut. So what I've done here is I put some shapes together that will resemble kind of a cane style pattern. The octagon and then the two little price tag looking things, I just kind of surrounded those around that octagon. There's a lot of really neat features in the Cricut Design Space. Here I can highlight those and then center them vertically so that they match up perfectly. And then once I get my single, I can just keep duplicating it, and keep making more and more. So it's very simple to use. So essentially I'll be creating a stencil that I'm going to be putting on my tray. I'm going to put this in a 12 by 12 size, make sure it's welded all together so that it stays, and then I'm going to click Make It. Once I click Make It, it goes to the next screen where I will pick the material that I'm going to be using, which is the Cricut Smart Vinyl. So I'm going to cut my material to size. I love being able to just put this directly into the machine. It's so nice. Then you push go and it'll start cutting out your project. Today I'm using the Cricut Maker 3, which is my favorite just because of all the different materials that you can use with this. Once it's done, I can weed through all of those little pieces that I won't be needing, and the Cricut weeding tool is perfect for this. There is something super satisfying about taking out all of those little centers. If you like peeling back tape, this might be for you. I'm going to cut this down so it fits in my tray exactly. Peel off the backing to reveal my stencil, and then I'm going to place the stencil right in the center of this tray. Also, I'm going to put a link in the description for this exact design. If you guys would like to use this, go ahead and follow the link in the description and it'll take you right to it so you can use it too. So I want to press this stencil down really well so that it doesn't get any paint kind of leaking underneath. You want to make sure it's pressed down really well, and then I'm going to start applying my paint. So you can either dab it on. I just kind of brushed it on in like a brushing motion, and I think that the brushing motion works a little bit better personally. And I just used black craft paint or acrylic paint and just a simple foam brush. I actually did 2 layers just to make sure that the black was really a dark black. And the big reveal, this stencil coming off, is so satisfying. Something about doing this, it is just really cool to see it all kind of come together and see your design how you envisioned. The removable vinyl works really well. There also is a stencil type product I can link below as well, but the removable vinyl worked really well. I love this little cane design and the possibilities of what you could do with this by putting it on furniture, an accent wall. There's so much. So to seal it, I'm going to put some polyurethane just to make sure that it doesn't get damaged, and then I'm going to move on to the next project. So I found this really cute tray at Walmart. It was about $24.99. I love the color, the legs, it's foldable, so it's kind of like a little TV tray or a bed tray, like to sit and eat on, which I love. I wanted to dress it up a little bit to put a little bit of a pretty design in there. So I found this really pretty floral lotus design in the Cricut Design Space, so I will link it for you guys also below if you want to use it. And I really didn't have to do much. I just put the design right on there. I made it longer, so I added another one just for some length, and then I'm going to click the Smart Vinyl material. I'm going to add a little bit of pressure just to make sure that it cuts it out really well. And while that is cutting out, I'm going to prep my tray and get it ready for the stencil. So I am just going to put a little bit of masking tape right on the top little lip of that tray, I want to keep that part wood so that it creates a little bit of dimension and a little bit of variation with the color. So for that background or base of the tray, I'm just going to mix some colors. I mixed together an espresso brown and a black in matte type paint that I got from Michael's, and it created this really nice flat kind of brownish color, but it has a little hint of red in it, or almost like a purple, but it's really pretty. And once my project is cut, it's basically the same process. You're just going to weed through all of those little parts that you don't need. I'm going to be using the Cricut transfer tape just because this one has a little bit more delicate pieces, so I want to make sure that it comes off nice and easy. Once I get the transfer tape on, I want to make sure that I get all of the air bubbles out, so I'm going to use that smoother little tool and just make sure that everything is really nice and smooth so that then you can peel off the backing of the transfer tape. I'm going to make sure that it fits directly in my tray, and I even cut off just a tiny little bit of the stencil because I want to make sure that that stencil kind of butts up right against the edges of the tray, if that makes sense. So it almost looks like the design is kind of just stopping right at the edge of the tray. And once I get that design on, I'm going to use that smoother tool again to make sure that the stencil is on there really, really well and sticks really well so I can get it ready for paint. But I don't want any air bubbles. I want to make sure that it's sticking really well so the paint doesn't get underneath the stencil. Once it's on there really well, I can peel back that transfer tape and make sure that everything is sticking on there really well so I can get ready to paint over the stencil with paint. So here is the design that I will be painting over. I think it is so pretty. The only thing I would have done different was try to get rid of that straight line right in the center, but it's okay. So here's the paint I'm using. I found this at Michael's. It's a brushed metal in the color bronze. It's really pretty, and like I did the last tray, you can either dab it on or brush it on. In the end, I found brushing it on worked better for me with these little foam brushes. This paint was really pretty though, and I like how it dries matte. It still has that kind of goldish bronze looking sparkle to it. It's just a really good paint for crafting. And once it's completely dry, I can peel back that stencil, and the design is so pretty. Like I said, that paint is just so perfect. I love the combination of that brown with the gold or bronze. I think it's really pretty altogether. You can also give it a clear coat, take all the tape off, and then I'm going to share a few quick styling ideas for trays like these. So you guys know I always love using the preserved florals. They don't require water. They always look really pretty. You can find them at Hobby Lobby, online, Amazon, pretty much anywhere. So I just cut them down to size. I have this little vase from Target, and I'm just going to fill it. It could use a lot, or you could just do a little bit too. So the bed trays styled with like food or breakfast in bed. My kids are so excited to use this tray too. I love eating in my bed. I love to get like a little snack. Let me know in the comments below, are you pro eating in bed or not? I feel like it's 50-50. You either don't or you do. I think the little design on the top just adds so much. I love the little sparkle, little pattern. It just kind of dresses it up a little bit. And this little cane inspired cutie, I love this tray. This would be so cute with a book, a candle, on a coffee table, on a shelf, or even in a bathroom with some really cute styling. I could totally see styling on a counter or something like that. Really, really easy to do, and just a fun way to dress up a plain wood tray. This is another favorite tray of mine. I'm going to be refreshing this little countertop with some new stuff for spring. I'm just going to fill this textured white vase with some really light pink little florals. I found these at Hobby Lobby. This tray is also from Target. I believe it's from the Hearth and Hand collection a while back, but I will link it if I can find it. I'm just going to be adding a really cute candle. This is from our Elm & Co line, a little tea towel napkin style thing, and then some salt and pepper grinders. You can also do like a bowl of fruit, something really cute, some apples or oranges, something that's kind of cute for spring. I love all of the really pretty wood tones with the pinks and whites and these creamy type colors. It just screams spring and I'm so ready for it. So another tip, if you have a larger style vase and not a lot of florals, I will just fill the excess space with bags or even like cardboard type paper, something that'll just kind of fill the space. I have 3 of these bunches of flowers, which this is a bigger vase, but it's still going to work. It probably could have used 4 or 5, but these are from Michaels and I just leave them in the bunch. They're really cute. Michaels has these every season and they're really pretty. They have a really pretty kind of pink pop of color. I found this tray at TJ Maxx years ago and I hang on to it just because it's a really good staple to have around. It always adds a little bit of texture and warmth and it just always seems to fit in perfectly wherever I put it. Also, a good stack of books, a candle, some chain links always make a space feel that much more cozy. These are just a few of my favorite items that I like to put in my tray, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to say hi in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. And with that, we will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.